What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we're going to be going over and ranking our best pink diamonds in NBA 2K25 MyTEAM from S tier all the way down through F tier. Now, a lot of even the best pink diamonds at this stage of the game are somewhat cheap, somewhat affordable. We've also got all of these playoff cards as well, which obviously I'm not super high on. So this list should be a lot of fun. As we do dive into our first pink diamond, Julius Erving. If you're new to the channel, smash the subscribe button. S tier for Dr. J. Look, I know as time goes on, he might not be as fun as he once was. I get it, because I'm in the same boat. Like, I don't want to use Dr. J, considering I've used him a ton this year, but there's no denying how good the card is. He is an absolute stud, an absolute beast, and if you're not liking or not at least able to respect how good Dr. J is, then that's when we have a problem. S tier for Dr. J. Paul George up next. He's S tier as well. When you've got a 95 3-ball, 95 speed, easy release at 6'9" at the 2, you're going to be S tier. There's just not a whole ton that needs to be said here. Dr. J, an absolute stud on this game. Next up, Ron Artest, pink diamond. B tier probably at this stage. I like Ron Artest. I still think the card is good. It's just like if you compare him to Dr. J and Paul George, those guys are going to be better than a guy like a Ron Artest. Pink diamond, LeBron James, S tier. And I'm getting the good cards out of the way early because, I mean, there's just no way you don't put Bron at S tier. Like, there's no way. And if you want to talk about this LeBron James, since I'm on the same topic, this LeBron stinks. D tier probably. And I mean, he's usable, but this LeBron James stinks, especially compared to the new Bron. Pink diamond, Giannis. At this stage, I'm going to put him at A tier. I still really do like Giannis. I just think the tough part is he has a really low 3-ball. And so, can you knock down shots with it? Yes. Are you going to be super consistent with it? It really depends. You know, like, you might be, but you also may struggle with it. So that's why I'm going A tier with Giannis. It's a fine, like, he's a really fine card. Zach LaVine up next. I think I got to go B tier. I like Zach LaVine cards a lot. I've hyped him up a lot this year. I just think it comes down to this. There's just point guards on this list that I'm going to talk about here shortly that I like more than Zach LaVine. So B tier is really where I'm at with Zach LaVine. Pink diamond Victor Wembanyama is S tier. I want to say this though. I'm not nearly as high on Wemby as I once was. As time goes on, I just feel like I've got less and less high on Wemby. Like, obviously, the card is still really good. Like, one of the best pink diamond center probably available. But I will say, like, as far as, like, him being just, like, overpowered or super good, I just think people have gotten, too hype about Wemby. Like, obviously, yes, his release is cheesy, but like on this pink diamond Wemby, defensively, I feel like he's just fine. He doesn't rebound the ball that well. I'm going to go S tier with Mr. Wemby there. Michael Beasley up next, S tier for Bees. And here's where things get difficult because it's like, I think when you're talking about Bees and comparing him to a guy, let's say like LeBron James, they're two different cards, but I do think both cards are S tier. Bees is probably slightly better than Bron, so if I have to move down Bron, I will. Bees is just overpowered offensively. He is so good on that side of the ball. Obviously, Dark Matter Bees is going to be better, but Pink Diamond Bees can still do the trick, and obviously at this stage has gotten affordable. Like, if you've never had the chance to use Bees, try to use him. He's really good. Alex Sarr up next. I think Sarr is good, but I think he's B tier good. Like, the card's good. He's a solid role player, solid piece to the puzzle, but he's not like a Victor Wembanyama good. He's just solid. Like, there's just not a whole ton I can say negative about him, but I do think B tier is where he belongs. Zach Edey stinks. I'm sorry. This all-star Zach Edey's not good. D tier. Stephon Castle, I think I got to go A tier. Why A tier, not S tier? There is going to be a card at that point guard position that I like more than Stephon Castle. Although I'm willing to admit Stephon Castle is extremely, extremely good. So, it all comes down to preference. I just slightly prefer another pink diamond point guard. And that's who I'm going to, rank higher. Koulibaly is still really good. Is he better than Ron Artest? Probably. Like, he probably is A tier. But I think people gas Koulibaly too much, so maybe he'll get moved down eventually. Amen Thompson, I'm going to go B tier. I think Koulibaly's better than Amen. I do think it is a close debate. Buzelis, I think, is underrated. I'm going to go A tier with Buzelis. I think as far as, like, the all-star cards, Buzelis is one of the best of them. Good height, good defense. I used him in a tournament right when the card came out, and the card was good. Strother, I think he's overrated, kind of B tier. I think the card's good, but I do think he's overrated. Michael Cooper, B tier. Danny Green, C tier at this stage. Kobe White, C tier at this stage. Like, if you run the duo with Kobe White and Lowry, yes, Kobe White becomes obviously better. Without the duo, though, he's just not great. Honestly, at this stage, I don't think it's worth it to run the duo. I mean, it's a fine duo. So, like, if you want to ask me, like, Ty, what about, like, I'm running the duo. What do you think about it? It's fine. Do I think it's worth it? Not really. Doug Christie up next, B tier. I like Doug Christie. Is he better than Coulibaly? I'm moving Coulibaly down. I'm sorry, Coulibaly. You are B tier. Bender up next. Bender's an interesting card. I think I've got to go A tier. He is a 7-foot small forward. But I will say this. I'm not that consistent shooting with Jonathan Bender, and every guy I play, or not every, but a lot of guys I play are the same way. They're just not that consistent shooting with Jonathan Bender, and if that's you, I get it, right? Like, his release is so iffy. Like, sometimes he gets weird catches. It just makes it tough. Matt Barnes, you're just another shooting guard at B tier. DeAndre Jordan, C tier. I think the tough part about DeAndre Jordan really comes with that release. Like, again, I don't think it's unusable, but I just think I think it's tough, right? I think it's tough because he has a low 3-ball. The release is bad. DeAndre Jordan's not great. Khalil Ware, A tier. I do think Khalil Ware is better than Alex Sarr. I think it's a debate to be had, maybe, but I do think Khalil Ware is really good, deserving of that A tier here. Next up, we do see Dyson Daniels. He's my point guard that I'm putting at S tier. Now, I will say I like Alex Caruso more than Dyson, but I'll take Dyson Daniels over Stephon Castle. I'll take Dyson Daniels over Zach LaVine. Dyson Daniels does deserve to be at that S tier. Rob Williams up next, F tier. The card is horrible. Dante DiVincenzo. HGB gasses this card a ton. He's fine. He's B tier. If you got him, his release is really good. I will say that. Cam Reddish is extremely good. If you got the card, you got an A tier shooting guard. He is so good on this game. Jeff Green up next. Not what he once was. He's still fine. B tier. Like, he's fine. He's not what he once was a couple of 2Ks ago, though. Sean Bradley, F tier. The card can't play. Eddie Curry up next. A tier. I mean, look. Eddie Curry's speed is at an 87. His release is at it's probably going to split the community, right? Some people might like the release of Eddie Curry. Others might not be able to agree with it. And so it's one of those things. It's tough because, like, I don't think his release is horrible. But I don't use Eddie. I guess I use him a decent amount, but I don't shoot the ball enough with him. I don't know. I think he's A tier, though. I do like the card. Dante Exum, I actually don't think is that bad. I'm going to throw him at B tier. I think he's better than Kobe White. Robert Covington, S tier. There's really no debate here. If you do not have Robert Covington at S tier, I'm going to simply tell you don't know ball. Robert Covington is a great 3-and-D player. He has the normal leaner, so he can green shots on the move. Covington is so good. He is absolutely an S tier caliber player. There's really no questions asked about it. S tier, S tier, S tier for Robert Covington. And again, if you don't agree with me, I don't know what to tell you. You're wrong. Caspi up next. I know people gas this card. I get it. But, like, I guess you can throw him at A tier. Look, he's going to shoot the ball well. But my thing is, like, outside of that, does he give you that much else? Like, am I really taking him over Cam Reddish? No, I would never take him over Cam Reddish. I do think he's probably better than Matt Barnes, Michael Cooper, Coulibaly, so I will put him at A tier. At 6'9", I just don't love him. Stuckey up next, C tier. He is 6'5", don't love him. Joe Harris is a garbage man, F tier. I've tried to use Joe Harris. Look, I've had to grind challenges with him, stuff like that. Joe Harris is not good on this game. I'm sorry for whoever needs to hear it. Joe Harris, simply put, is not good. He's just not. I'm sorry. I've used the card. He's not good. Wendell Carter Jr. up next. I honestly haven't used Wendell. He should be good, though. So I'm going to put him at B tier because objectively, the card's stats look good. The card should be incredibly good on this game. So I am going to hype him up. Probably more than maybe even I should. But, hey, it is what it is. Until somebody shows me Wendell can't play, he is going to be hyped up over here. Next up, Keith Van Horn. You're going to be hyped up to A tier for Keith Van Horn. 6'10", small forward. I love what the card does. Do I think he was worth getting in the MyTEAM Festival? I mean, that's up to you. But I do think Keith Van Horn is such a good card on this game. Dylan Brooks up next. I think Dylan Brooks is really good as well. I'm going to throw him at A tier. Is he worth getting? Again, it's up to you. The problem is Robert Covington is better than Dylan Brooks, but Dylan Brooks is really solid on this game, A tier. Mark Williams up next, a stud, an absolute stud. B tier for Mark Williams. I mean, Mark Williams can play at just an insanely high level. B tier. Derrick Jones Jr. up next. I mean, the man can fly. I don't know where that puts him. B tier, I think he's fine. Anthony Morrow can shoot the crap out of the ball, but outside of that, defensively doesn't give you a whole ton. I am going to go C tier. I don't think he's horrible, but again, the whole thing for me comes down to outside of shooting the ball, like, does he really give you a ton? Defensively, no. He is 6'5". Like, offensively, I really like the card. He is 6'5". Defensively, he's at least going to be able to hold it down. I got him at C tier, though. Christian Wood up next. I'm actually going to go B tier. I'm actually pleasantly, I should say, words are hard, impressed with what I've seen out of Christian Wood. I've used the card a decent amount, and every time I've used C Wood, I've liked the card a decent amount. No, he's not going to be the best big man in the game, but he's fine. Bobby Portis is in that same boat. Not as good as Khalil Ware, Eddie Curry, but definitely a really good card, especially at that power forward position. I can't name that many power forwards on this list that I'd rather have than Bobby Portis. Every time I've used him, he does what I need him to do. Bobby Portis, really solid at B tier. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, for a playoffs card, he's solid. B tier. As far as like an overall pink diamond, I mean, he's not as good as Stephon Castle. The card's just not as complete. And so I don't mind Shai whatsoever. I'm just telling y'all, like, don't expect him to be this, perfect card. He's not perfect. He's fine, but he definitely is not perfect. Jalen Green, he's solid, I guess. C tier, not bad. Jokic, D tier. Kawhi is a beast. I don't gas many playoffs cards, but I will gas Kawhi. He's going to be a perfect 3-and-D card, A tier. Ant, F tier, the card can't play. Steph, F tier, the card can't play. Garland, F tier, the card can't play. Kristaps, F tier, the card has 30 speed. Jalen Brunson, F tier, the card can't play. Tyrese Halliburton, D tier, 6'5", not good. Giannis, I'm still going to throw this Giannis at B tier. No, the Giannis isn't good. He's only got an 84 speed. I don't think you really can compare him to the other Giannis, obviously the pink diamond Giannis we got earlier, because the speed is quite a bit lower. But I think he's one tier lower. I think that's right. And I'm not hating on him, but I do think, the pink diamond Giannis we saw earlier, because of that speed rating, deserves to be higher. Cade Cunningham. Hate me if you want. I'm throwing him at A tier. I don't care. He's 6'6". He's going to green shots. He's going to play good defense. I'm throwing this Cade at A tier. You do got to badge him up, though. That's for sure. Paolo Banchero up next. Hate me if you want. I don't care. He's basically Diamond P5, and I would have Diamond P5 at A tier. So it is what it is. Am I gassing some of these new playoff cards? Maybe. If you don't like it, that's fine. But I am going to gas them because they're free. Bam is actually not bad. No, I don't think he's perfect, but defensively he's pretty solid. I think he's comparable to Bobby Portis. Going to give you some different things, but I think both cards are in that B tier. And Ja Morant, last but certainly not least, F tier. That's going to wrap it up for me ranking all of the top pink diamonds in the game. Let me know your thoughts on it down below in the comments, guys. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.